Marijuana, what is it? And can you sell it? Is the government truly making a model distribution system? The things you do not know may surprise you. Hello, my name is Misinformation, and I'm here to inform you on the recreational selling of marijuana in the state of Nevada. But first, let's go to our on-air field reporter, Josh.
Thank you, Misinformation. I am here with a fellow Nevadan who has a great business idea that he believes will make him $10 million. Sir, go ahead and promote your business.
Whoa, hey man, thanks for having me. Okay, so basically, what I'm gonna be doing is exactly what the government wants me to do. See, this last election, man, people of Nevada, voted on this super dope law allowing legal weed, man.
You are referencing, of course, Question 2, that permits adults who are not participating in the state's medical cannabis program to legally grow cannabis.
Yeah, I can finally grow some weed and sell it legally, man. It's great.
Well, you can only grow up to 6 plants, which is not enough to make over $1,000, nonetheless $10 million.
Whoa, what, man?
Yes, and you must be licensed because the law states that you can only buy marijuana from a business that is licensed by the state of Nevada. Also, if your residence is located within 25 miles from a marijuana retailer, you lose all rights to home cultivation.
That's chill, man. I'll just get licensed. How hard could that be? What do I have to do? Sign something? Give me a pen.
Well, no. It may be harder than you think to obtain a marijuana retailer license. See, Nevada is trying to do things differently than the past states that have already enacted recreational marijuana, because Nevada wants to build a model system for others to follow. Thus, they are restricting licenses to companies that already have liquor licenses to meet the July 1st deadline.
Liquor license, July 1st deadline? How is this forming a model system?
Gonna have to stop you right there, fellow stoner. Misinformation is telling me that she would like to report about this subject.
Thank you, Josh. I have breaking news of a comment from the Hill made by Rafael Lemaitre, a former top staffer in the Obama administration's Office of National Drug Control Policy, stating, "The way Nevada is moving is reminiscent of a college student who skipped class all semester and is now cramming for finals at the last minute," while also criticizing the implementation by Nevada, calling it sloppy. Much of this criticism stems from government officials being indecisive yet again. Legislators were unable to decide on whether to allow clubs where people could go and smoke weed outside of their own homes. Thus, public consumption remains illegal. Back to you, Josh.
Great. Well, to recap, recreational marijuana is legal to smoke in the privacy of your own home. But you cannot grow it if you live within 25 miles of a retailer with a license to distribute marijuana. And those licenses are restricted to those with a valid liquor license, otherwise known as alcohol distributors. Back to you in the newsroom.
Great interview, Josh. For those of you who don't know, this is actually Josh's first interview. He used to be the night janitor, but in all of the confusion of crafting this story, we promoted him. But we worked out the confusion and thought he fit. So for those of you at home, let me explain the issue. When legislation was first passed for recreational marijuana, it was decided that for the first 18 months, the Department of Taxation would only accept license applications for retail marijuana stores, marijuana product manufacturing facilities, and marijuana cultivation facilities from persons holding a medical marijuana establishment registration certificate. Similarly, for the first 18 months, the Department of Taxation would only issue marijuana distributors licenses to persons holding a Nevada wholesale liquor dealer's license, unless the department determines an insufficient number of marijuana distributors would result from this limitation. So, alcohol distributors were the first businesses allowed to apply for permits, though the state said it would allow licensed medical marijuana establishments, or MMEs, to distribute pot too. The alcohol distributors went to court to block those businesses from distribution, leading to the temporary injunction. And Judge James Wilson said in an 11-page ruling that the ballot measure voters approved in November dictates that licensed alcohol wholesalers have the exclusive rights to pot distribution licenses for 18 months. Thus, siding with the alcohol distributors and preventing medical marijuana distributors from selling recreationally for another 18 months. Let's go back to Josh, who is with another interviewee.
Thank you again for this opportunity, Misinformation. I am here now with a pissed off American who owns and operates a medical marijuana dispensary in Sparks. Sir, how do you feel about the implementation route that Nevada has taken on recreational distribution of marijuana?
Well, Josh, it is true. I am both pissed off and American. What right does the government have to say that some smelly, douchey, alcoholic creating, liquor licensing, having piece of crap can sell marijuana better than somebody who's been providing marijuana to people with medical cards for 4 years now?
It does not make sense, does it?
No, it really does not.
Well, what if I told you that the people of Nevada believe that marijuana should be regulated in the same manner as alcohol? So the state legislature took this and they said, well, since there are 47 separate local licensing jurisdictions in Nevada which require a license to operate as an alcohol distributor, we should just allow those that already have those licenses to apply for another license to sell marijuana.
Well, I would be fine with that.
That's what they did.
So you're telling me that even though I have a license for medical marijuana, I'll have to get another license for the recreational sale?
Yeah, and on top of applying for all of those licenses and paying for all of those fees, the recreational marijuana licenses fees alone are a one-time fee of $5,000. Initial fees adding up to $90,000 and renewal fees every year adding up to $29,900. Also, those fees are on top of your current medical marijuana licenses fees. The only positive would be that you already have a storefront.
I would literally make those fees back in 1 week of average business.
Well, then you certainly should be pissed off, sir. Misinformation, back to you in the studio.
That man is a little too angry. Stay safe, Josh. I really don't see the problem to be that big. I mean, this is just regarding the distributors who provide the product to businesses. The same people who deliver alcohol will be able to deliver marijuana. Seems reasonable, right? Wrong. The sad fact is that whomever these third-party distributors are, people are wholesalers. That is, they're licensed to sell liquor as it is originally packaged to retail liquor stores who then sell liquor to customers. That means that these third-party wholesalers are just another hallway in the forever turning building. Adding more steps to the process, creating more reasons to hire useless people, and raise the price of our weed. Josh, back to you.
Wait! If that's the case, wouldn't this be a good thing? I mean, if these wholesalers kept everything in check, you know, created more jobs and maintained a good and quality product, what's the problem?
Oh, what do you know? You're just a janitor.
Well, I mean, if you open up the licenses to everybody, then there's nothing preventing a business from getting a license and growing their own marijuana, which is what most medical dispensaries already do. However, in this instance, they would be making an outrageous amount of profit and it would go all to the owner's pockets, which would create an even bigger inequality in income. It's like, come on, dudes, damn!
No, Josh, do you even hear what you're saying right now? Dummy. The profit would go to the owners of these wholesale distribution facilities, creating an extreme amount of wealth for them and cornering the market to make it so that in 18 months, those people who want to obtain a license will not be able to turn a profit because...
Excuse me, Misinformation, that is actually wrong. I am joined with a low-level employee of one of the wholesale alcohol distributors. And sir, may I ask you how many coworkers you have?
53.
Wow, 53 employees for this one company of wholesale alcohol distributors who only deliver to small businesses. You see, Misinformation, if licenses were given to medical dispensaries, then nothing is stopping them from just selling off their excess stash. and maintaining all of the profit for around, I don't know,
Can
10
I say
people.
something, Sonny?
It's Josh, but go ahead.
When I first heard that we wholesale alcohol distributors sued the state to maintain us as the sole beneficiaries of recreational marijuana distributing licenses, I was disappointed because I did not understand the entire scenario. But now my pay is rising, I'm getting paid time off, and I get to be around weed for my nearly entire workday.
From the mouth of an average person, I am Josh, reporting the truth. See you on the morrow, America.